Have you ever looked around and realized that your circle of friends has become smaller over the years? Maybe people have moved away, maybe your paths simply drifted apart, or perhaps you no longer feel the need to keep up with every single acquaintance you once had. If this sounds familiar, let me tell you something comforting. It's perfectly normal. In fact, after the age of 70, having fewer friends can actually make your life richer, calmer, and more meaningful. Today, I want to share why you don't need many friends after 70, and how embracing a smaller circle can bring you the peace and happiness you've truly earned. 1. Your energy is precious. When we're younger, we often spread our energy across dozens of people. We attend parties, reunions, and social events, always trying to stay connected. But after 70, your energy is one of your most valuable resources. You deserve to use it wisely. Take the example of Margaret, a 74-year-old retired teacher. She used to say yes to every invitation, from neighborhood gatherings to distant family get-togethers. But she often came home exhausted. One day, she decided to focus on just 3 close friends who made her feel truly seen. Now, instead of draining herself, she spends her energy on laughter-filled lunches and meaningful conversations. And she's happier than ever. This stage of life isn't about quantity. It's about protecting your energy so you can use it for what matters most. 2. Deep connections matter more than wide networks. Think back to your teenage years or your 20s. Having a large social circle felt exciting, didn't it? But as we age, we discover that depth is far more important than breadth. One true friend who listens, cares, and understands is worth more than 10 acquaintances who only exchange small talk. George, a 78-year-old widower, found this out firsthand. After his wife passed, many casual friends disappeared. But one old army buddy stayed. They talk every week, sometimes about serious things, sometimes just about the weather. That single bond became his anchor. George says, "I don't need 100 people. I just need one who really cares." At this age, fewer but deeper friendships are not just enough. They're everything. 3. Less drama, more peace. Let's be honest, larger social groups can sometimes bring unnecessary stress. Misunderstandings, gossip, or the pressure to keep up can feel overwhelming. After 70, most people crave simplicity. Life is too short to waste on drama. Take Ellen, who used to be part of a big social club. She found herself caught up in petty arguments about who organized what or who forgot to call back. Finally, she stepped away. Now she meets just one friend for a weekly walk in the park. No drama, no stress, just peace and companionship. With fewer friends, you create space for calm, kindness, and harmony in your daily life. 4. Trust and safety become more important. As we age, trust becomes the foundation of our relationships. You want friends you can rely on? People who will check in if you're unwell, who will listen without judgment, and who you know have your best interests at heart. James, age 80, put it beautifully. At this stage of life, I don't need party friends. I need people I can hand my house keys to. That level of trust doesn't come from having dozens of acquaintances. It comes from a small circle of reliable, genuine friends. When your group is smaller, you can invest in trust and safety, things that truly matter in your later years. 5. You have more time for yourself. Another beautiful benefit of fewer friendships is that you gain more time for yourself. After 70, many people discover hobbies they never had time for earlier. Painting, gardening, reading, or simply enjoying the quiet of the morning. Helen, at 72, decided to spend less time chasing after social events. Instead, she took up watercolor painting. She still has 2 close friends, but most of her days are spent in joyful solitude. She says she's never felt freer. Less pressure to keep up with everyone means more freedom to live life on your terms. 6. Family bonds often take priority. For many people, family becomes more central after 70. Time spent with children, grandchildren, or siblings can be deeply rewarding. If your circle of friends is smaller, you have more room to invest in these family connections. For example, Robert, age 76, realized he was spending more time with casual friends than with his granddaughter. He decided to scale back. Now he spends his weekends teaching her how to fish and listening to her stories about school. He says it's the best decision he's made in years. Friendships are wonderful, but sometimes family is where the heart feels most at home. 7. You learn to cherish the present. Finally, one of the greatest lessons after 70 is that life is not about chasing numbers. It's about cherishing moments. With a smaller circle, each conversation, each cup of tea, each shared laugh becomes more precious. Imagine sitting with a close friend on a quiet afternoon. No noise, no crowd, just two people appreciating the gift of time together. That is the kind of richness fewer but deeper friendships can bring. At this age, you don't need many friends. You need the right ones. So if you've noticed your circle has grown smaller, don't see it as a loss. See it as a blessing. Your energy, your trust, your time, your peace, all of these are too valuable to scatter widely. A few meaningful friendships are enough to bring warmth, love, and joy to your later years. Now I'd love to hear from you. How has your perspective on friendship changed as you've grown older? Do you find that fewer friends make life simpler and happier? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I truly enjoy reading your stories. If this video touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might need reassurance today. Remember, you are not alone, and the relationships you do have are more than enough.